Hey guys, it's Shannon. So I recently got a new workbench, which I'll insert a picture here for you to see. I got it from Costco. It's almost too nice to use as a workbench, and I really don't want to tear it up, but I know it's going to be worked on and painted on and stained on and all that kind of stuff. So I was looking for an idea of how I could easily lay down a protective layer on top of the workbench so that I could kind of protect the surface as much as I could whenever I could. So I was at IKEA recently and I came across this Mala. I'm gonna guess that's how it's pronounced, something like that. But anyway, it was in the kids section. It's actually for white paper. You put white paper in here and you roll it out and kids can color on it and use crayons on it and that kind of thing. But actually I want to use the paper to cover up my work surface, and this is kind of nice because it'll sit on top of the workbench and it's about exactly the right width that I needed. So I wanted to stain this to make it match my new workshop and just kind of update it because it's this unfinished wood. So let me show you guys how I'm going to transform this from a kitty type product into one that'll work for me in my workshop. So the first thing I needed to do was unpackage everything and set all the pieces out, and of course save the instructions for later. All of the wooden pieces needed to be sanded down because they had a clear sort of finish on them, a protective coating on them, so I needed to get all of that off to be able to stain the wood. So I used 80 grit sandpaper with my orbital sander and just took as much of that clear coat off as I could. Once all of the pieces were nice and sanded, I went in with my favorite wood stain by Minwax. It's called Dock Bean. It's very dark wood stain and it works perfectly in the workshop. So I just gave everything one coat of the Dock Bean and let it sit until it sort of dried and cured as much as I could let it that day, and then went back in and started building the piece. If you aren't already, please take a second to go check out my Instagram and Facebook accounts. I will have those linked in the description box below, where you can see some behind the scenes and get a first-hand look at what projects I'm working on, some of which do not make it here to YouTube. So you kind of get a sneak peek and inside look. If you go check that out, again, it's down in the description box below. I thought I would give this dowel rod that holds the paper a little bit different of a look. I have a very industrial sort of style going on in the workshop, so I thought it'd be kind of neat to give this more of a metal look, so I gave it a few coats of my oil rubbed bronze spray paint. After all the pieces had some time to dry and cure, it was time to put this all together and build it. I just used the included instructions and the hardware and even the tool to build this piece. It was very simple to put together and went together very quickly. And here's a look at it all put together. Once I was happy with the look, I went back in with clear matte spray paint to seal the paint and the wood stain. This works perfect, absolutely perfect for my work table. It is the perfect size to just roll it out on top, cut down the paper to size, and then I sort of push the paper back up underneath the stand so that it holds it in place. I hope that this project inspired you. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. You can also share this project with your friends and family and inspire them too. Don't forget to subscribe. I do DIY tutorials every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hit the bell so that you get notified when my videos do go live. And you can also find more DIY videos right here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.